Introduction. Edwin Orlando Diaz Laboy, born March 22, 1994, is a Puerto Rican professional baseball pitcher for the New York Mets of Major League Baseball, MLB. He has previously played in MLB for the Seattle Mariners. He made his MLB debut in 2016. Within 2 months of his MLB debut, Diaz broke the Mariners' record for consecutive strikeouts and was named the team's closer. After saving 19 games, he finished 5th in the American League, AL, Rookie of the Year voting. In 2018, he recorded 57 saves to lead the AL, was an All-Star, and was named AL Reliever of the Year. The Mariners traded him to the Mets after the season, where he earned his second AL Reliever of the Year award and 2 more All-Star honors. Early life. Diaz grew up in the Naguabo neighborhood in Naguabo, Puerto Rico. He started playing baseball around age 7, playing mostly as a center fielder. While growing up in Puerto Rico, Diaz played as an outfielder during his youth along players like Carlos Correa and Jose Berrios. At the insistence of his father, he reluctantly tried pitching as a teenager. Professional career. Minor leagues, 2012-2016. The Seattle Mariners selected Diaz in the 3rd round, with the 98th overall pick, of the 2012 Major League Baseball draft out of Caguas Military Academy in Caguas, Puerto Rico. Seattle Mariners. 2016. Diaz was called up to the major leagues for the first time on June 4, 2016. Between June 28 and July 3, he recorded 10 consecutive outs via strikeout, tying a franchise record set in 1997. On July 6, 2016, Diaz broke the record with his 11th consecutive out via strikeout. Between July 19 and 22, 2016, he recorded 8 consecutive strikeouts, tying him for second place with 4 different American League pitchers. Doug Fister set the AL record, with 9, on September 27, 2012. On August 1, 2016, Diaz replaced Steve Cishek as the Mariners' closer. He recorded the first save of his career the following day, in a 5-4 win over the Boston Red Sox, in which he struck out the side. By reaching his 50th strikeout in only 25 1/3 innings, Diaz became the first pitcher to do so in at least 123 years. 2017. In 2017, Diaz appeared in 66 games, posting a 4-6 record to go along with a 3.27 earned run average and 89 strikeouts in 66 innings pitched, converting 34 of 39 save opportunities. 2018. Owning a 2.25 ERA, 36 saves, and 76 strikeouts in 48 innings, Diaz was named to the 2018 All-Star Game, his first All-Star appearance. Diaz became the holder of the Seattle Mariners club record for saves before the All-Star break, finishing with 36 saves before the break. The previous club record was 29 saves by Kazuhiro Sasaki in the 2001 season. In the All-Star Game, Diaz was the winning pitcher even though he also had a blown save in the process as the NL team tied the game in the 9th inning. He ended up with 2 strikeouts and 2 earned runs, including a home run in 1 inning pitched. Diaz received the AL Reliever of the Month award for April, June, and July. On August 10, Diaz recorded his 44th save, thus breaking the record for most saves by a Puerto Rican MLB player. Roberto Hernandez had 43 in 1999. Diaz's 24 saves when entering a game with a 1-run lead broke the record for most in a season, which had been 23, set by Francisco Rodriguez for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in 2008. His save number 46 of the season was part of 27 straight saves. He had a 0.39 ERA in games that he had saved in the 2018 season. On August 24, Diaz notched his 49th save of the season, setting a Mariners single-season record when he closed out a 6-3 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. The previous Mariners franchise single-season saves record was 48, by Fernando Rodney in the 2014 season. On August 25, 2018, Diaz became the youngest pitcher to collect 50 saves in a season when he closed a 4-3 victory over the Diamondbacks. The 50 saves meant that Seattle manager Scott Servais had to follow through on a bet and get a haircut like that of Diaz. Diaz, who usually keeps the ball after each of his saves, gave Saturdays to Servais in honor of the bet. On October 27, Diaz was awarded the AL Reliever of the Year award. He finished the 2018 season with 57 saves, leading the major leagues, and 65 games finished to go with a 1.96 ERA, 124 strikeouts, and a 0.79 WHIP in 73 plus one-third innings. His 57 saves tied with Bobby Thigpen for the second highest single-season saves total of all time. New York Mets. 2019. On December 3, 2018, the Mariners traded Diaz, Robinson Cano, and $20 million to the New York Mets for Jay Bruce, Jard Kelenic, Anthony Swarzak, Gerson Bautista, and Justin Dunn. He recorded his first save as a Met on opening day against the Washington Nationals. In the first half of the 2019 season, Diaz surrendered more than twice as many hits per 9 innings as in the 2018 season, and his ERA plus dropped from 210 in 2018 to 74 in the first half of the 2019 campaign. Writing for Deadspin, David Roth described Diaz's downturn as arguably the most dramatic and most surprising of any player's collapse to that point in the 2019 MLB season. On September 26, 2019, Diaz allowed his 15th ninth-inning home run of the season, the most ninth-innings home runs given up by a single pitcher in a single season in Major League history. He finished the season with 58 innings pitched, 26 saves, and a 5.59 ERA. 2020. In the pandemic-shortened 2020 season, Diaz converted 6 of 10 save opportunities and recorded a 1.75 ERA with 50 strikeouts and 14 walks in 25 plus two-thirds innings. 2021. In 2021, Diaz appeared in 63 games, posting a 5-6 record, a 3.45 ERA, and 89 strikeouts in 62 plus two-thirds innings pitched, converting 32 of 38 save opportunities. 2022. On April 29, 2022, Diaz pitched in relief in a combined no-hitter against the Philadelphia Phillies, pitching the final inning and earning the save. He earned NL Reliever of the Month honors in June, allowing 1 run in 9 plus two-thirds innings, converting all 5 save opportunities and allowing a 0.93 WHIP. On July 10, 2022, Diaz was named an All-Star for the second time in his career. He entered the All-Star break with 20 saves in 23 save opportunities and a 1.69 ERA. He struck out 75 of the 145 batters he faced in the first half of the season. Diaz closed out the 9th inning of a 1-0 win versus Philadelphia on August 13 to earn his 200th career save, the 6th active player to do so. He issued 2 walks during that outing, ending a streak of 50 batters faced without a walk. Diaz finished the season with 32 saves, 118 strikeouts, and a 1.31 ERA, a career best. On November 9, 2022, Diaz signed a 5-year, $102 million contract with the Mets, the most valuable contract ever signed by a relief pitcher. On December 6, Diaz was named the 2022 National League Reliever of the Year. He also made the All-MLB First Team. 2023. On March 15, 2023, after striking out the side in the 9th inning against the Dominican Republic, sending Puerto Rico to the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals, Diaz suffered an injury to his right knee during the celebration and had to be helped off the field. On March 16, the Mets announced that he would undergo surgery to repair a full-thickness tear of his patella tendon and would miss roughly 8 months in recovery. On September 18, the Mets announced that Diaz would not pitch for the team in 2023, citing not wanting to jeopardize his health to rush him back during a likely losing season. 2024. On April 15, 2024, Diaz recorded his 100th save for the Mets in a 6-3 home victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Following a blown 4-run lead on May 18 against the Miami Marlins as well as other blown saves in that timeframe, he was temporarily moved from closer. However, Diaz returned to the closer role on May 25, blowing another save against the San Francisco Giants. On May 29, he was placed on the 15-day injured list due to right shoulder impingement. He was activated from the IL and returned to the closer role on June 13 against the Marlins and earned the win that day for the Mets. On June 23, he was ejected from a game against the Chicago Cubs because of a sticky substance on his hands. The next day, Diaz was given a 10-day suspension by the MLB for violating the league's foreign substance policy. He returned from his suspension on July 6 and recorded his 8th save of the season in a 5-2 victory against the Pirates at PNC Park. On September 30, in the penultimate game of the season, Diaz threw a season-high 40 pitches across the 8th and 9th innings against the Atlanta Braves, securing the win and clinching the 11th playoff berth in Mets history. Diaz finished the season with 20 saves, 84 strikeouts, a 3.52 ERA, and a career-high 6 wins. On October 3, Diaz recorded his first postseason win after throwing 2 scoreless innings in Game 3 of the NL Wildcard Series against the Milwaukee Brewers. He recorded his first postseason save on October 9 in Game 4 of the NL Division Series against the Philadelphia Phillies, clinching the series and a spot in the NL Championship for the Mets. Across 6 games of the 2024 MLB postseason, Diaz recorded 1 win, 2 saves, and 13 strikeouts with a 3.12 ERA. 2025. Diaz had a stretch in May 2025 in which batters hit 0 for 30 against him. This performance was part of a dominant month for the Mets closer, where he recorded 5 saves and pitched 111 thirds scoreless innings, allowing only 3 hits, 4 walks, and striking out 14 batters. On June 3, Diaz was named the National League Reliever of the Month for May for his performance. However, 1 day prior, he blew his first save of the season against the Los Angeles Dodgers, although he still earned the win as the Mets defeated the Dodgers 4-3 in extra innings. On July 6, Diaz was named to the 2025 All-Star Game for the 3rd selection of his career after posting a 1.80 ERA with 4 wins, 18 saves, and 53 strikeouts across 35 games. International career. Diaz played as a relief pitcher, more specifically as a closer for the Puerto Rican national team in the 2017 World Baseball Classic, WBC, where he won a silver medal. He had 2 saves at the tournament, one against the Dominican Republic and another against the United States, both in the 2nd round. In the semi-final game against the Netherlands, he won the game as Puerto Rico scored in the bottom of the 11th inning for a 4-3 win. During the 2023 WBC, Diaz pitched the 7th inning of an ongoing perfect game versus Israel, which ended by a 10-0 score on a walk-off hit in the bottom of the 8th inning that invoked the tournament's mercy rule. However, it did not qualify as an official perfect game per the Elias Sports Bureau, due to lasting fewer than 9 innings. Diaz also closed the final pool play game against the Dominican Republic, sending Puerto Rico to the quarterfinals. However, immediately after the game, he suffered an injury to his right knee during the celebration that ended his participation in the tournament. Puerto Rico would be eliminated in their following game against Mexico. For the tournament, Diaz pitched to a perfect 0.00 ERA with 4 strikeouts over 2 innings of work. Pitching style. Diaz throws 3 pitches. His most common pitch is a hard 4-seam fastball, 55% usage, that has averaged 97.7 miles per hour, 157.2 kilometers per hour, in his first 8 seasons in MLB. His other pitches are a slider, 40%, at an average 89.4 miles per hour, 143.9 kilometers per hour, and a change UP, 5%, at an average of 91.7 miles per hour, 147.6 kilometers per hour. Diaz has been a strikeout pitcher in his MLB career, compiling an average of 14.7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched through the 2024 season. Diaz is known for his entrance music being Narco by Blasterjaxx and Timmy Trumpet. Personal life. In the off-season, Diaz spends time in his native Daguao in the Naguabo municipality in Puerto Rico, where most of his family lives. Diaz has organized baseball clinics for the children in his hometown as part of his Edwin Diaz Baseball Academy. Robinson Cano and Martin Maldonado have attended these clinics. Diaz's younger brother, Alexis Diaz, is a professional baseball player who currently pitches for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alexis' first save, on May 17, 2022, made him the 3rd set of brothers to both earn a save on one day.